You know that feeling we all crave? That deep, real connection where you can just be yourself? Well, today we're diving into the one thing, the absolutely essential ingredient that makes that kind of bond even possible. Just take a second and let that one sink in. This quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? When someone's presence actually helps you become a better version of yourself. It's not just about loving them. It's about loving who you get to be when you're around them. So what is it? What's that magic ingredient that shifts a relationship from being a source of stress to a space where we can actually grow? Well, it turns out it's a crucial piece of the puzzle that's missing in way too many connections. To really get what this missing piece is, we first have to talk about what it feels like when it's not there. And for a lot of people, it feels an awful lot like walking on eggshells. You know this feeling. It's when you're constantly playing conversations out in your head, trying to guess how they'll react. You start biting your tongue, holding back little pieces of yourself, not because you want to, because it just feels easier to keep the peace. And man, is it exhausting. And that exhaustion, it's so real. It's the price you pay when your feelings get labeled as too much or too sensitive. When what you need is just constantly pushed aside or ignored, the relationship stops feeling like a safe harbor and starts feeling like a storm. And this is the truly weird part of an emotionally unsafe relationship. You can be sitting right next to someone and still feel completely and totally alone because you know you can't share what's really going on inside without risking a fight. And that is a special kind of lonely. So if any of this is hitting home for you, I want you to hear this loud and clear. You are not overreacting. And this is not just how things are. It's a giant, blinking sign that something fundamental is missing. So let's talk about the solution. The answer, the antidote to walking on eggshells, to feeling drained and all alone, is building what we call emotional safety. Think of it as the bedrock, the foundation for any relationship that's actually going to thrive. So what is it really? Simply put, emotional safety is the freedom to be vulnerable. It's knowing deep down that you can show your true self, your weird thoughts, your mistakes, your biggest dreams, and be met with respect, even if you don't see eye to eye. Now, it's also really important to know what it isn't. Emotional safety is not about agreeing on everything. In fact, it's the very thing that lets you disagree without worrying the whole relationship is going to crumble. And it's definitely not about having no boundaries. It's about having healthy boundaries that you both actually respect. And this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good concept. Nope, this is hardwired into our biology. Feeling safe with someone literally calms your nervous system down. It lowers your stress hormones like cortisol, and it pumps up oxytocin. That's the bonding hormone. All the big names in psychology, from John Bowlby to the Gottman Institute, have shown that this is a basic human need for building real trust and intimacy. Okay, so we get what it is, we get why it matters. The big question is, how can you spot it, or the lack of it, in your own relationships? Well, here's a quick little diagnostic tool to help you see things a bit more clearly. All right, let's break it down. On the unsafe side, you've got the red flags. Your feelings get dismissed, or worse, something you shared when you were vulnerable gets thrown back in your face later. You might get the silent treatment as punishment. But on the safe side, the green flags, it's a totally different world. You feel heard. Fights are handled respectfully. You can actually say no without feeling terrible about it. And when someone messes up, it's about repairing the connection, not about blaming them. And now for the best part. The really, really good news is that emotional safety isn't something you either have or you don't. It's a skill. It's something you can learn, you can build, and you can even repair. So let's get into the practical stuff, your toolkit for how to do it. Okay, these 5 steps are your game plan. It all starts with step 1, active listening. This means you're listening to understand, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Step 2, use I statements. This is huge. It's about owning your feelings without pointing fingers. Step 3, your nonverbals. Your tone of voice, your body language, they can scream danger or whisper safety. Step 4, apologize and repair. We all mess up. A real, genuine apology is like hitting the reset button on trust. And finally, step 5, consistency. Trust is built in small, reliable moments, over and over again. So, when you boil it all down, here's the main takeaway. Emotional safety isn't some luxury item or a fairy tale idea. It is the non-negotiable foundation for any relationship, friendship, partnership, whatever, that you want to actually last. Without it, you just can't grow real trust or intimacy.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Building this stuff, it takes some guts, it takes practice. So what's one small step you could take? What is one conversation you could start that might just begin to build a stronger, safer foundation in a relationship that really, truly matters to you?